Good.
Well, let's see how it goes. Navi are the one starting on the CT side, and we're back with Moses and Sadakis to take us through this best of 5.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, we are going to get into a best of 5. However, a map in hand, so only 4 maps will be played if this goes the distance, as Gambit came from the upper bracket. And we do start out on Ancient, which is a lot of fun, I think. I personally am really enjoying this map, and glad to see something a little bit different, as we've seen Barrage Dust 2 and Inferno so frequently in the CIS minor. So we get it started out on what is a little bit of spice. Already some spicy play, as we've got Simple working in from the totem, but that's because they're retaking from middle. They're going to retake on the A site, and Bomb goes down because so often the T teams, I know it's pistol round, don't have the utility, but don't consider that retake from the mid side, and it's a perfect crossfire setup from NAVI.
Yeah, that's all down to the fact that they had to go for that. They had to just fight. No nades, no utility, no flashbangs, no smoke to block off the choke point. So everyone from Gambit was forced to swing and fight while the smoke was still up, at least blocking CT spawn. And that's a tough situation to be in. Good start from Bit. And Boomich is able to add a couple as well. This is just fine shooting. And tough fights for Gambit to win with those Glocks. 1-0 as Navi take the pistol round.
They take it in style. Shots out through the smoke by Boomich. Nade goes deep. Perfecto's got one as well. Watch out, Perfecto. Ooh. Good thing there's one behind him to fall back into, because nearly caught out with the smoke in his hand. Perfecto tagged down to 3 as Hobbit puts some aggression toward him, but here comes Simple from behind, working in through Jaguar, in through the cave. Only gets one. Hobbit's the one he finds, but falls immediately after. So MP9s versus Deagles. And the Deagle's doing most of the damage so far.
Yeah, awkward engagement for Simple. Never even saw the second player. Was never able to even consider that battle in that context. Deagles are walking out mid along the deep wall. I think Boomich has spotted it. A little bit of an engagement. Oh, he goes down. Brilliant shot from Exile. And that cuts a line right down the middle of this Navi defense. It's going to be Bit all on his own with Electronic and a busted up Perfecto over towards B.
Electronic to wait it out as well, back toward the stairs position. NAVI is coming in, but Perfecto the one to hold from the wood. You can jump up in cave and actually spot above that plank wall, but Perfecto shooting early. He had 2-3 HP, didn't have time to afford, and giving the engagement away. Good thing Bits rotated around, but Exile extremely low on HP. Finds it, reads it as well, and turns back the other direction, but missed shots. And Shiro comes out on top to win the round.
Yeah, that's a really close. That's a really nice attempt for Bit. 4 kills so far in the game, and he almost pulls that one back. Navi, too many early losses. The HP lost on Perfecto really neutralized what he was able to do. Simple only going 1 for 1 on his push out of Jaguar. Not able to recover and come back into it. We're all tied up at 1.
Boomich has been relegated to the P250, while the rest have the Deagles to play with.
Back in
got the water glitch. Yeah, we're back in the sub. We're actually just spying on the game right now. That's why we're in the sub. It's actually how that works.
Periscope's up.
Periscopes are definitely not something we like in the casting world, Jason. Not in the green room, that's for sure.
Yeah, no filming in the green rooms. God bless it all.
This ends the Periscope.
Yeah. Mid-control for Gambit. Slow and methodical, but Electronic. It's going to be a tough clear for NAVI. Oh, he ducks underneath it. Electronic still able to make short work of him with 2 body shots, and that gives the Scout a chance to start tagging some people up. Simple knows one likely got by. 2 tags, but he's dead. But look at the position of Bit. That could be huge. Pushed up in towards A main.
Meanwhile, the engagement resumes for Boomich as well, trying to take back red top middle. strong position to hold for the T's as well because they're able to capitalize on rotations and also cover off the A site, but Bomb's going to be going over toward B. Perfecto does get one back. Exile extremely low on 32 HP. Bomb, as I say, is going to be played to just now. Perfecto's got the kill down, though, so guns available. It's the 2 Galils versus the 8Ks, surely to be picked up, if Perfecto goes to look for it. They'll grab one now, and Bit will grab the other. It is just the Galil, and it's going to be just Galil who has to find the kill, because Hobbit's got his already, and he is pretty sharp with that weapon, apparently, as he finds both the remaining players. 2 players surviving for Gambit, and not really a lot of money left over for the CTs. They should be able to convert this to 3-1. Yeah, I say should. You never know, but certainly
you never know.
The money favors that.
Yeah, and I remember Simple enjoys having an AWP on this map when he can, or, you know, most maps, so he's going to want to try and save up as much money. That being said, he does invest into a Deagle. Good play from Gambit. 2 players pushed up into the house, into those mid stairs, using that to keep the defense from being able to get back to the B bomb site. Navi was pretty convinced that was going to end at A for some time, but Gambit slow plays the round and gets a free plant.
Yeah, free for now.
Ooh, that's an arm. He chucked that grenade about a quarter mile.
For those 14 seconds in my Honda Civic, I am alive. Actually, if it's Honda Civic, it's like 25 seconds, 26, let's be honest.
All right, Gambit, they have basically free control of all of lane outside of B, and it's going to be just a slow march up. Control of Jaguar as well. All they have to do now is push in. There's no defense here for Navi. They're about to be pleasantly surprised at how easy of a take this is. Nathany at some point is probably going to want to turn and consider his flank. But not a huge amount of danger yet. Navi not even jumping up on those mid boxes to get a true flank in.
Bomb plant again this time. As Gambit get over toward the B site, it's going to be a full rotation for the stack that was over on A. Try and get back around all the way to T-spawn. Hobbit going to look that direction now, and he might get caught out. Might actually get killed off in this situation, which would benefit certainly NAVI to get a gun and take some money away.
Nope. Nobody
exiting. It ain't gonna happen.
Not today. Not that direction. 3-1. And I mean, again, just clean. Just navigating around the map and not finding any danger. All 10 players survive in the round. No real engagements to speak of. But now we get the guns out. Now we're gonna start seeing a little bit more action. I'm sure we'll start seeing Navi be a bit more assertive and aggressive in their fight selection. It's all FAMAS. And Simple's the last one to buy. Ooh, he's going to stick with the Deagle. He wants that AWP next round, or the next buy. Next round if they win. Here we go, deep utility in mid. Make sure there's no fast play from Gambit, who lined up at a 4-1 out of spawn. Or excuse me, a 3-1-1, just watching for a push mid, but not really committed to it. Hobbit's all alone with this MAC-10, looking for this push, and he's got it. No head armor, and Boomich goes down.
Boomich is the one to fall, and Hobbit's going to double up on that, find a Perfecto as well. As this gun round is slipping away quickly as well. Not a lot of money for Navi as the Deagle for Simple has the kit to play with, but they're already smoked off. This time, unlike this round, Gambit is more than aware of how the totem connector will work. Electronic trying to get back inside of Ruins will also be very wary of his position and the fact that they could be pushing through aggressively. They have so much position in the A site, so they'll surround the perimeter at best in this situation. Meanwhile, lurking, Hobbit's already going for more kills. He can justify it. He's the one on the MAC-10. This is a perfect setup.
Yeah, I mean, and he's already delivered them the win. You know, anything else he gets from here is the cherry on top. 2 kills outside of B, and it's over. Another save from Navi, trying to keep these weapons in their hands. Now, Simple has picked up the FAMAS. And Hobbit's going to get one of his own, more than likely. So far, so good for Gambit. Everything according to plan. And Simple, unfortunately, just shy of the AWP. He will be able to drop a rifle over, though. Is he going to save again? Is he going to stay on this Deagle one more time? Like, really wanting the AWP? Just the same exact buy as they had in the previous round. 4 FAMAS and the Deagle on Simple.
Hobbits. Quick grenades go down. 2 Molotovs, in fact, to cover off the ramp, which will flash high above and see if they can't re-peek on that position. In fact, they're going to push it. FAMAS is again. It's all they've been relegated to, all they have. Close smoke, nearly a peek. Good secondary flash. And even though it blinds Boomich, it keeps Hobbit from peeking and therefore getting the kill in return. Boomich is able to get both, in fact, as he doubles up on NAVI. And you can see the support that he had in the form of Perfecto just watching that door to make sure Shiro couldn't peek back in. So finally, an advantage in which they can hold and sustain as they get 2 kills for the price of none, and it was all about aggressive utility. CTs, I think, have to be aggressive on Ensign so far. We're seeing that more and more as Ensign is becoming much like Cash in that regard.
That aggression last round got punished. Just a better job here from Boomich. Double kill for him. Shiro's going to try and find some kills to equalize just a little bit. Boomich in here to his left and Electronic to his right. That's a pretty nasty crossfire to try and break up without any usage of utility. Shiro might get the first, but not even that. Electronic finds the back of his skull. Then Exile. This is good position in middle, but I don't think he has enough teammates to really make this super effective. He might be able to backstab, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to claw them back into this round.
Well, Exile and Enters are certainly pulling it back now. They'll go toward the site, smoke off on Cave. It won't allow any vision, any access. Bomb, though, does go down. Simple finds it either way as he wraps in and manages to come back up from the ramp. They were so focused on Boomich that Simple strikes, and it is now 4-2.
That's pretty legit. I was wrong. Exile did pull him back into that round. If that bomb gets planted or if Simple's not flanking there and Gambit has the time to breathe after the bomb is planted, then, man, they could make a real go at it. That's a good flank. I thought surely the first kill would be enough of a warning for them to react. 4-2. Gambit's still in the lead, but Navi's cut it down by 1. Plenty of money on the Gambit offensive side, so they're going to buy right back into this. Simple finally has the AWP in his hand, and he passed that AK-47 over to Electronic. Real dangerous weapons in real dangerous players' hands.
Electronic. Aggressive mid. CTs have to be. They have the access on timing on their side as they can get through red before the Ts can get anywhere near middle, which makes Tetris very important as well. We know how aggressive the Ts can be. Or, excuse me, the CTs can be in that position also. So, again, it comes down to aggression. It comes down to taking away these map controls. And you can see the utility already having to be used by Inters. But Electronic can't overcommit or get tunneled on that side because he's got to be aware that they are toward the boxes. So instead, he'll cover Totem. That gives Bit a bit more confidence on A. But Bomb's going to rotate back over. And Gambit aware now with not much going on. They have some access toward the Jaguar position. Simple's got Hobbit down. That's at the ramp. Good first kill all the way back from stairs as Hobbit tried to peer back and see what the CTs had possessed. No smokes down. Easy shot. There is a smoke again. Just look at the rotation from Simple. There is a smoke to cover off Cave.
There's another one as well. I mean, all that access they thought they had a second ago pretty much gets pushed away by the ult from Simple and the double smoke in Cave. Now it's on Boomich behind this pillar to hold on for dear life. Up the ramp we go. They spotted him, but Exile can't spin in time. Can't turn around. It's all Boomich. Perfecto falls. He needs one more. Flashbang comes in, but it's too late. And Gambit have found themselves with access, but a quick flank from Electronic. Yeah, this could just stop the round cold in its tracks.
I think it will. I think it will as well. Shiro is peeking that direction, but has to get a utility pulled out to try and shut it down, and he gets the kill immediately. Simple's got the round by taking out Inters, and you're right, Gambit thought they had access. It gets cut off. Boomich falls, but the position as well inside of that site on pillar is so difficult to get right, and luckily for them, Exile didn't spin fast enough, because if he hits that headshot, that's a different round. He goes back towards stairs, bomb gets planted.
Well, I remember as well that they wanted that hit to be more of like 2 coming up ramp, 2 coming through the cave. Unfortunately, Simple was able to pick one off, and the smokes forced those cave players to readjust to ramp and leave one as a lurk instead. You know, it wasn't the exact hit that Gambit wanted to pull off, but it still almost worked.
trying desperately again. Boost it up. Shiro. Smoke down, can't see it yet. And you absolutely, exactly this. That is not a blocked off position. You can get on this plateau. You can get on this garden. And look a little deeper in the site. And that means Exile doesn't have to be quite so predictably exposed. Obviously, there was one there because how else did he get put up above? And that's why Bit tries to reposition and wait for the repeat. But Exile, absolutely perfect as he walks in and smokes the headshot. Goes down to 34 in the process as they were tagged up.
That's a tough fight for an M4. Simple finds one back. And boy, that was a long time as well for Exile and Shiro to be applying pressure to Bit's position. Really hard to maintain. Navi have found 2 kills, and it's into a 3-on-3. Everyone's split across the map. Hobbit's got control of the B bomb site, but the bomb has to find its way over there, and Electronic is lurking all the meanwhile. 30 seconds.
Great position. We talk about this Jaguar, called that because of the 2 cat murals on the wall. A lot of people were saying it was, I think, cheetah. And then I was told that cheetahs aren't in South America, but leopards are. So I'm going to stick with Jaguar, Jason. Or maybe just cat. Hobbit's got Electronic. And that was the position we thought was going to be decent, but they never head that direction, and Hobbit's well aware they haven't cleared it, so stares that way instead. And with his 20 HP, he'll start working, okay, I was going to say towards square and in the alleyway. Perfecto gets flashed in to peek it. No one at the wood. No one in an open position, and time continues to expire. Both of them do have kits, so if they can get one pick, they can cover off and play the buddy system for trade on the second, but they've got to find one first, and Shiro's not willing to move, nor is Hobbit. Tap the bomb potentially to pull them out. Nope, Perfecto gonna run clear it. I think the time is gone as he taps. This time Hobbit's gonna execute, and not only that, he knows he's got to be behind the pillar. He gives the information to Shiro. Well played.
Man, Hobbit had 2 solid kills, peeking into people who were zoned in and just had him locked down at that exact angle. Those are 2 real big fights to win from Cave. Well done from Hobbit, and well done from Gambit to get through this one as well. And that one on a simple later on. That's a tough retake in the 2-on-2. So Gambit maintained their lead, and Navi's forced back and relegated again to a very low economy situation. Only Perfecto with armor, and only 2 pistols upgraded. Navi really struggling to build up cash right now. Despite the fact that they have a 2-round loss bonus, it's not helping much.
At this point, they haven't really gotten control of any of that economy. So bomb again will work its way to the B site. That seems to be becoming the more popular destination among teams. Boomich. Stork his way in with the pistol to try and trade, but it's Perfecto that sneaks out with a deagle instead. Picks up the AK. They'll have that ready in his hands as they wrap back around the corner. Surely they'll check the cubby, but Inters actually peeks further up the hallway, expecting he might still be back in that direction. And now a chance, a slim chance, a very slight chance. And given that Perfecto's on 34, I don't know how encouraged they'll be to go for this. Bit is in the right position at the right time, because even just killing Nafny, okay, Perfecto's a bit too slow. I was going to say, that's sick from Nafny. I was going to say, Bit spotting him and distracting him should at least get them one more kill, but trade's not there at all from the Navi side.
Yeah, didn't come there nearly as quick as they would have liked it. This is good stuff from Nafny. 3 quick kills, and this final one, he knows Perfecto's coming. You're right, though. It was a little bit slow. Wasn't as coordinated as they would have liked it to be. Still, this is the round Navi's been looking forward to. AWP back in Simple's hands. M4s and the FAMAS picked up as well. But they need to get something going. Gambit could really bust open this half in this opening map of the Grand Finals with a win here.
Shots from Nafny will get Boomich, so not only does he get 3 at the end of the last round, he gets the 4th and the starting one in this round. We call it like a natural ace, where it's like a natural hat trick in sports where they get 3 in a row. May not be in the same round, but like...
Nah.
Full house? Can we call it a full house? 3 and 2?
Sure, call it a full house.
All right, sick. I love coming up with new things that no one watching understands.
I don't know, there's a lot of poker players out there, Matt.
Oh, I was referring to the TV show.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, seems like Gambit have spent enough time repeatedly hitting that B bomb site. They've got a lot of attention from NAVI there at the moment. Simple's rotating to mid right now, being very cautious, so he's taking his time to get all the way back towards A, because that's where Gambit looks like they want to end this. Here comes the utility. Here comes the hit. Simple's going to be smoked off. He's going to have to run through Temple. Nothing to slow them down as his teammate falls, and Simple grabs one. 3 on 4, but Simple needs to grab more before this retake can be likely.
Certainly does, as Hobbit is also still just waiting in the wings back over toward B, but he's got to realize sooner or later that no one's there. He's late on the lurk, so this could be a 3-3 straight up retake. Hobbit's made himself irrelevant in this. Exile is not, but Simple will trade onto him after Electronic goes down. NAVI still in such a powerful headshot position toward Ruins, and Simple now creeping in that direction. Has 2 players to fire at, and this is becoming a very common setup as well. One at the box and one up close. It's extremely hard to dissect both, but Perfecto manages it because he comes from the other angle. In this time, however, Hobbit has snuck around, and a low HP on Perfecto while the defuse means he's easily able to get the kill. Was patient to pay off as he gets the shot down, and Simple trying to hold the AWP in response, just tapping Hobbit to make sure he's not on the defuse, and the round is Gambit's to take.
What a finish from Hobbit, playing a very solid game, and that's close. All started with the NAVI opening on B ramp, but that is a great job from Hobbit to put himself in a position that nobody from NAVI expected. Took his sweet time. You're right, he almost slow played it too much, but that was exactly what it's designed for. The safety net, and he delivers in a 1-on-2 clutch. 4-round lead now for Gambit here on Ancient.
Boomich with the smoke down in front of him will try and hold off in cave, but Gambit absolutely looking impressive so far and assertive mostly toward the B sites. That plant obviously came back over toward A. Smoke still down in front of NAVI. They can't push through as Hobbit is going to try and walk in and make contact on B. Bit of a pre-fire to Forge Perfecto that he was hoping would bait the others out. Simple's AWP is what they're most concerned about. Hobbit swinging around is going to spot that, but Simple was ready for it this time. Remember, Hobbit has hit that shot already in this game. Totem, we know how powerful it can be for the CTs. It seems like it's not checked enough, but that time, even though it was, Bit hits the headshot, and Electronic now to rotate over only with the USP. They will plant directly in front of Ruins, which means the planter is very visible, but therefore has coverage from inside of the connector. Even though it's the man advantage, Perfecto has the AK, Simple has the AWP, and the kit. I'm not sure I feel the chances are strong right now from NAVI.
Well, they've got Boomich in position on the flank, so it might be likely. They could distract long enough for Boomich to get some of these kills in here.
They need to keep their eyes on Boomich because Shiro is in there as well, and he needs to keep his eyes on the site. They've got him down. Electronic only for 1 so far, and Inters is going to just keep Simple at bay as he backs off. Teammates dead, and round now 8 for Gambit as we hit the 12th round in the game coming up. Substantial lead, 5 rounds ahead right now, and so far as well, it was the pistol round, 4 then for Gambit, then 2 for NAVI, so, and then a turnaround for Gambit, so they've only won 2 gun rounds in this. And the kill total, Simple does lead the way on 10 again, but it's not really working out for them, is it?
It's not 42. That's
not
for
42.
Sure.
That's insane, by the way.
Switch, I think that was, I saw somewhere that's his 2nd highest rating in that game against Spirit of all time in his career. So that's something special. Boomich gets stabbed by a teammate, and Navi switching to double up. Simple veering towards the long B ramp, and I think Gambit should be a bit more cautious there. Good on Bit. He found a kill, aggressive, peeking towards A main. Anthony's going to start moving up and getting aggressive in mid. Losing 1 player, trying to find a gap, trying to probe in and see what they can get. The rest of his team rotating back around towards the A bomb site. This kill is all important for Gambit, and Anthony's going to slow play it.
Electronic waiting at the top of middle, and you're right, NAVI can slow play this. The T is having so much control of middle already. We know how important it is for the CTs to have a long rotation back toward A. Electronic running, NAVI hears that. He's just going to start walking in and closing down the gap. This will be a trap, but NAVI needs to also be aware of the fact that rotations will come out from exactly in front of him. I don't
He was spotted.
Simple spot. Yeah. Was he? Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, he was. Because they turned it around, but then they get distracted back over at the A site. Bit nearly compromised. Electronic down as a result. Smoke in front. I thought Simple might just fire into that line of sight, considering it is a narrow corridor. And chance to find someone directly where the bomb was planted, but so far, it's all about Hobbit going back to the middle because Boomich is coming and making a ton of noise. Hobbit makes no mistake about it. Up on the edge, inside of the display, as Shiro will take down Bit and a nade for him. Just trying to buy time. Bomb ticking so quickly that I was going to say, I don't think they'll be able to get on this. But now they are inside of the smoke. Shiro can't hit it. Tries to wrap around. Smoke still out. Misses the second no-scope. This defuse comes through, and even though Shiro hits a nice shot on Perfecto, it's too little too late, and then an awkward exchange. It's called a lance, hello, as they go to blows together, and Shiro comes out on top and gets the gun away from NAVI.
Yeah, that's a great effort in a lost round. He almost even found that diffuser inside the smoke. It was desperate. Remember, that was a 2-on-4 for Gambit in the retake. The fact that they still lose that round but get all 4 kills is massive. They almost held it at bay. A very fortunate and timely smoke onto the bomb. And Navi's really in desperation mode. Still the op on Simple, somehow managing to pull another one out, but shotgun on Perfecto, SMG on Boomich. This is going to be tough. Bit is going to be alone over at the A bomb site. And Gambit might just march up and hit it again.
Nothing like an op joust to close out the round.
There's no support here for Bit, Matt. They're just going to dump all their utility, and he's got to play really defensive. That's a nice opening kill, and yeah, he has to fall away. Now it's going to be a retake with very sparse utility and no kits. Navi is in trouble here in round 13.
I'm very impressed by Gambit's ability to constantly... I mean, it comes down to utility, but take this A site, because I've said it so many times that I honestly think the plant position could be moved further back to the corner considering how many angles the CTs have, and that it is right in front of potentially 3 defensive line of sights, so... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Gambit's proving us wrong right now. It really just comes down to the economic warfare. Shiro will get Simple again. Nafny in that close position, but Bit's becoming more and more aware of it as this time he's able to walk in and get the kill, and Bit will get the defuse as well as Inters falls immediately after. And it goes 8-4.
Yeah, that second kill...
Excuse me, 8-5. Is, they'll get a defuse.
That second kill that they get right before the retake begins, right when the bomb goes down, they find 1 second frag onto the Gambit players. That makes it a 5-on-3. Much more manageable, even without utility. So this follow-up kill right here that happens in middle. Good timing from Boomich, and Hobbit wasn't even looking. And they still, I mean, you could see the potential. If Hobbit was able to be alive in middle and flank that out, like we've seen him do in the past, that's a very deadly. So good on Boomich to find it. Just 3 rounds away now, and a double up setup again for Navi's defense.
Hobbits, with flames all around him, decides, nah, it's the best place to be. I'm going to go back toward the Tina lures, but Boomich will get down at Nafany. Now Hobbit has a bit more time to work back out toward B. Where Perfecto this time with the AKs back toward the stairs instead. Look at Simple, so aggressive. AWP, he's already inside of... Well, I was going to say inside of the Jaguar position, but he's actually just back further on Cave. So he's got the line of sight either way, and that should be enough as he'll take down Hobbit. Good angle to hold. He's got 2 rifles that he's trying to bait them in towards as well.
Gambit's still hoping
5-on-3 ensues.
Yeah, Gambit's still hoping somebody pushes into these pistols. And now Shiro's going to start making his play. Spots Electronic. That's not a duel you want with the P250. And let the Deagles begin. I'll go. I think Simple was spotted. They've spotted each other. Simple's... Oh, my Lord. The drive-by. Exile's taking his head clean up. Oh, and another one. They won't ever expect Perfecto, but these shots are crisp. They're deadly. And Perfecto holding on for dear life. He's done just enough, but Shiro's got a chance.
Yeah, 29 seconds as well to work with. Exile so good on the entry again, and there's no way he suspects he can get all the way back over toward A, is there? He's not going to. He's going to flash it. Just want to get an elongated angle. Bait the plant nose. Now there's one at least, but only one at that alleyway, and surprise, there's 2. Bit pops out with the AWP. 2-round game. Navi pulling this back, as it was a 5-round deficit. Close rounds, but they'll get 3 in a row.
It's so crazy that they're able to make that round even competitive. 3-on-5 with no utility, no armor, and just Deagles. And like, you know, P250. Exile with those 2 kills is just so stellar. to get them into the bomb site, to give them a chance, and even put Shiro in a position where he could possibly win a 1 versus 2. Here we go. Last round of the first half, quick towards Jaguar. Boomich gonna fall away, but they're not gonna slow down. Exile is in front of the grenade, and he finds the pick and then disappears behind the smoke.
Deep incendiary. Ooh, that's a nice little boost. Spotted, however, but doesn't yield results either way, as Boomich still remains the only player down inside of the round, as Bit looking back toward middle. Has a smoke pop out, and he can't fire the shot. Exile looking in to try and find someone at the cave, and no one going to be walking out to give him that chance this time. Perfecto's the one defending it, as meanwhile, it's going to be a mid-take from the T's, and we don't often see a full mid-take. Usually this is territory contested early, but backing off and so passive are the CTs that they just want to try and waltz their way up and take it free of charge. Electronic gets Hobbit, but that's not information they need. But that said, 38 seconds, no one else down there. Hobbit the only one on straight contact. That is enough indication to rotate for Electronic as he would need. He's still towards CT. And he does at least get toward middle, but again, there is a player watching on him as Electronic's on the other side of it. Electronic can easily be heard if he were to run too quickly at this point in time. Slow pace, 18 seconds, bomb to go down, good smoke to cover off Bit. He wants back in position and even tries to fire speculative no-scope AWP shots into the smoke. Nav's just waiting. This is a perfect position for him to try and get the flank, and I think the CTs are aware that the possibility exists as they bring so much attention in that direction as Electronic, behind the flash and a fading smoke, is able to get one. Perfecto goes down, and here comes NAVI as he's behind. Clean execution on the first, follow-up on the second, 9-6. Patience pays off. As the second time in the half, he plays that mid position to perfection.
That house is such a hard position to clear out for the CTs. Like, you have to go so deep to be able to clear out all those corners that NAVI was hiding in. Electronic even came all the way over there. And you actually kind of have to overextend and expose yourself to a lot of danger in mid in order to do it. So that position from NAVI is just so strong to set himself up for the flank once the retake begins. That's tough. Good half from Gambit, 9-6, but nicely done from Navi to bring themselves back in. They did win the pistol round in the first half, so that's not going to feel too good. Gambit losing the pistol and getting 9 rounds they're throwing a party. Now they get to switch over to the CT side. Remember, in this best of 5, they start up 1-0. If Gambit wins here on Ancient, ooh, hold the thought. Dualies are in play. Dualies are looking good. If Gambit wins Ancient, they're just 1 map away from a grand final victory.
I want to know the statistic between which gun in the dualies gets the kill more often, the right one or the left one. And is that predicted or different based on the player model using right hand or left hand, Jason?
You're asking the real questions.
These are the only questions that I want to know.
Yeah, I've never even thought of asking that question.
It's just because I'm thinking on a whole different level, Jason, as always.
Yep.
The level that does not matter at all, as it's a 3-on-3, simple with 2 kills to pull back what was that early exchange, as well as drop down NAVI's dualies. Shiro holding with the P2000, trying to look inside of the site, but they'll swarm and protect the pillar, and Bit and Simple have turned this completely around. 3rd kill for Simple in this pistol, as Exile has to make his way all the way back through CT spawn, and he'll get in position behind the boxes, but he doesn't have a kit, has armor, and he's... I think, yeah, I might just consider saving that armor at this point. There's no chance he's going to work his way back in with so many angles covered off.
Well, good round from Simple with a triple kill on that P250. At least the Navi pistol rounds are going according to plan. Challenge here. Ah, all right. So that happened. 7-9. Perfecto has salvaged the dualies, so fear not, Matt. They're still going to be in play.
Nice.
I want to see these dualie kills. Nope, we're just going to get the Simple show, which is, I guess, fine as well. Can't complain with that. 2 rounds back as Navi. They need to convert the second round. That'd be so massive for them. Weren't able to do it in the first half.
Enters a couple of shots on the Deagle, can't find the landing, can't stick it as he desperately tried to do so. Boomich has already taken a good amount of damage. He's down to 44. There's 2 MP9s in play. As you pointed out, there is a bit of weapons. I like how Perfecto goes and grabs those dualies, even though he's got the SMG. I don't know that we'll see them in use as a result of that, but look, in spirit, they exist. As Simple tries to get the shot back toward those stairs, the headshot position that the CTs use so frequently to cover off the B site. Meanwhile, though, they've got a great position, the CTs. You have to stay at middle. And we saw this from Gambit as well throughout the group stage on this map, and they just like to take that mid connector. They like to hold that off. Hobbit's been there so many times that we've seen this game. This time it's Inters. And it just gives them so much availability to rotate quickly, to cover off mid, to know what the T's are up to, and also make sure that they secure A in the process, because the A player can now go deep at long or rotate off, and they don't need all 3 there at this point. They've got the 2 connecting points of the map covered. Now, the only thing I will say is Inters is not peeking. He's actually playing it up close. And excuse me, I keep saying Inters. It's Shiro. He's playing up close, so he's not actually spotting middle, so there is still a chance Perfecto can slip by and get toward red. But even that has some thought put toward it as Hobbit gets positioned accordingly.
Here's the set piece. Smokes down, blocks off the cave. NAVI can do nothing. Although Shiro's got one in mid. Electronic goes down on that flank. Underhanded grenade does some damage, and all of a sudden it's a 4-on-3. Gambit's well and alive in this gap in the smoke. Gets Simple killed. Now it's all on Perfecto and Bit. So far up to the task, and now 1 versus 2. He's being flanked out as well. It's only a matter of time. He's going to check behind him. Perfecto, 7 bullets in the magazine. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be quick, and they both double peek him. Gambit convert the second round again.
Yeah, that hurts. Navi's got to be aware, and that just shows that Gambit really understanding the map and the timings of it accordingly as the defuse will come through. All 10 seconds of it. And 10 seconds for their 10th round. It's 10-7 overall.
That smoke is just a little bit off. That gap is so brutal. That's 2 kills due to the gap in the smoke.
So Simple was quick at least to get toward the A stairs, the A connecting points, but isn't going to go all the way through it. They haven't really challenged that side Gambit so much in this game, but Exile playing an open angle in the side of the site will stare directly into that hallway. And it's Ian Simple over there who have been the hot hands for NAVI so far. Smoke from Exile trying to get up closer. It's precarious because there's not a whole lot of coverage in this position to look away from flashes, but he's trying to give that smoke advantage. And he'll back off on the timing of it. Shiro, meanwhile, once again, still in that totem as Hobbit to play off of. So Hobbit can swing either direction on this. They are going to work up middle. This will be a 3-2 split on A. Oh, I was going to say that smoke. I think they did spot each other, and they certainly do as the fire exchanges. 2 players there. They'll call that from the T side, but Shiro has the AK. That's good enough. And now Exile will go to work to shut down the main tank. Bomb drop temporarily flash out. He goes early. Perfecto's able to trade it, but Simple's lost in the process. And we find ourselves in a 4-on-2. Shiro waiting to respond as Electronic pushes the smoke at Totem, but it's all done now, and Hobbit finds the other remaining kill.
I was going to say, from what we've seen from Gambit on this map, they play stylistically a little bit different towards the A bomb site. Exile likes to play at that corner box, that big box in the back left. So on the left side, if you're coming from A main as a T. NAVI, on the other hand, decided to play retake a lot of the times on that. Sometimes it was only Bit playing far, far back. Simple with the AWP. They like to kind of just hold on to that staging area outside CT spawn for the retake. Gambit much more committed to holding on to that bomb site, especially when they had 2 players towards what you're calling Totem. Nice shot from NAVI.
Yeah, I don't like Donut.
Donut, it makes sense. It does feel a little weird considering we're like in a jungle, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a lot of donuts here. Officer Donut, maybe?
Ayahuasca donuts?
Well, either way, Simple's got the deagle, and he's going to be coming to with bomb in hand. This could be, well, okay, Hobbit's going to kill him. I don't even think he'll see the bomb from that range, so Bit's going to go grab that if he can. knowing well that there's danger looming on the other side of mid. Meanwhile, Electronic trying to make contact. Actually got one just before we spotted that exchange, but it is Gambit once again with the win, 12-7.
17 kills on NAVI. Nice performance. Simple still continuing to have a good showing. 16 kills there. Bitwatch is going well. 15 kills for him. But as a team, Gambit firing on all cylinders at the moment. It's looking good so far.
I think it's private, don't I? It's red versus blue. I can't remember if it's officer or private. I can't. It's been a while since I've watched it. Good show, though. Hobbit's so quick to mid this time with the Molotov already down nade as well, just to put a little fear into the T's. And waiting on the other side of that, of course, is Electronic. They finally have some guns to work with as Boomich will play up on the scaffolding. Holding, jumping as well, that'll be heard. And look at the setup. Shiro again on the AWP on one side. So now that he has the AWP, he's not over toward A, and the immediate counter off to his positioning or trade potential exists with Inters, who has the AK waiting for them to push through.
Oh, Boomich goes forward. He might just die. I don't think he realizes he's in so much danger. Might just be an easy kill for Shiro. We'll have to keep track of that as this round goes on. There's the nade. Shiro knows the position. Flashbang to get his teammates into the open, and there it is. There's the shot. 2-man advantage in the round for Gambit. No one actually at the B bomb site, but NAVI doesn't know that. And this might set Inters up for a free kills because maybe they believe the op just takes a shot and falls away. Inters still holds on, which gives Shiro the confidence to switch back and find a new angle, knowing they cannot come through cave.
No, they absolutely can't. They're covered off at this point in time, so Simple's going to try and go hunting inside of the site. Shiro waiting as well for that with the AWP is lined up and ready. Perfecto walks straight into it. Such a sliver of easy hope to shoot at with an AWP. And it's Simple left in a 1-on-5. And down he goes. Shiro gets him as well, rotating over. Smart play from Shiro as he takes down the man who plays it rather simply.
Oh, this second half is starting to look like a beatdown. It's starting to get a little bit out of control here. 4 straight for Gambit after losing the pistol. They've lost both second rounds after winning both pistols. And just haven't been able to have a whole lot of success here on Ancient. Gambit doing wonderful work.
Don't forget that you can win some skins by switching your Twitch profile using hashtag Navi, hashtag Gambit. That will show in our virtual stadium. And at the end, depending on how your prediction's gone, we'll find a way to let you know who's actually come out on top and won some of these lovely looking guns. This Hobbit is a lovely looking player. Jason down middle already has Electronic.
It's a very flowery cast for a man with flowers on his AK. I think they were flowers.
I have no idea, to be completely honest.
It was either flowers or an alien.
It kind of looks like, yeah, like a dragon coming out of the side of the flower, the way the leaves come off of it, but I think it's flowers.
I might just be insane. It's fine. Either way works.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Here we go. Boomich, Tech9 leading the way in towards the cave. 3 defenders here for Gambit, though. They seem like they rotated just at the right moment, even blocking it off with smoke. So, yeah, that gives Boomich the safety to creep up. But he stopped for the moment as NAVI is readjusting across the map. But still, so many defenders here. Cover of the Shiro's up towards B ramp. This is going to be a real tough hit. Only 2 smokes for NAVI to utilize.
Missed shot by Shiro, smoke to cover cave, however, immediately after, and Boomich, limited by that, wants to smoke, or rather, excuse me, flash through that smoke to get his teammates in a better position as they'll cross the fire together inside of wood. This could be tough. There's utility. There's Molotovs that can go that way, but they don't have any. They can certainly trade it off, but they won't expect to, and Inters will do. He'll find both kills as they walk out from cave, and they double the score, 14-7.
Gambit getting all the reads. 3 players there for a long time, doubled up in Cubby, but also a 4th player there with the quickness as well. Just in case anyone from Gambit might have faltered, someone was there to pick up the pieces.
And remember, with the map in hand, this would make the series a best of 5, 2-0 to start things off, and we go to Dust 2 next.
And for a team that hasn't lost a series, but they're like 15 straight series for Gambit.
15 straight series,
yep. Yeah, NAVI would have to win 3 maps in a row, and that seems unlikely.
Hobbit takes down Boomich. Yeah, Gambit's won more series in succession than my IQ. As Perfecto tries to get a peek, but NAVI's gonna put it down. Look, Jason, everyone knows I have a room temperature IQ, and it is damn cold in here today, all right?
Well, yeah, but room temperature, you know, in Fahrenheit is better if you go that
That's a
route.
good point, but maybe that's why you Americans use Fahrenheit.
Yeah, exactly. Learning all of our tricks now. 14-7, Gambit doubling up Navi's rounds. And Inter's going to try and clear out Electronic in the flank position. Electronic had a tough time doing this role when he was on the CT side. Inter's at least knows he's there now and can hold them back. Mid control for Navi, and that's it. Not even much of control. They spot him at the last second. Bit's going to come back for it. That's real unfortunate for NAVI. He's going to be frustrated losing that battle.
Simple. With the man advantage and an AWP, we'll work with Electronic toward the red room. In fact, everyone's going to go to red room, Jason. That was your shining.
Yeah,
that was your chance.
No, I got it.
Okay, cool. I was hoping you were going to do it again, that's all.
Not the grand final map.
Okay, well, Exile is going to take care of business anyway. He'll take down Electronic with some red rum, and it's going to be potentially a double red rum as he looks back out to the site. Flash out, and bomb down. Bit had to go aggressive. They have no smoke. This is the problem with that Ruins position. There's so many angles you can dance around on the CT side. And Inter's getting the final kill as he rotates over, puts Gambit on map points.
The other option is just try and stick the plan and hope that Simple's going to be able to cover you well enough that you won't be eliminated while planting. But yeah, no good options there down the stretch. And that's good movement. That's good positioning from the defender. 15-7. And Gambit have 8 chances to close out this map. Make the series 2-0. You're just joining us here for this grand final. For this third matchup of Gambit Navi in the RMR. Navi played an earlier series today, 3-mapper against Spirit, which they obviously came out on top. That gave them the right to fight Gambit.
Yeah, and some people were saying, oh, the map at hand doesn't make sense, or oh, well, Navi's already disadvantaged. They played 2 series. I can understand people maybe being upset, okay, it should be one or the other, play 2 series in a day. Well, first off, we've got to get the schedule done. So this is the way it all works out to make this work for each team. Obviously, there's other obligations. And secondly, I always have disagreed with teams that come into the finals from the upper bracket not having some sort of an advantage because these teams already played each other. They already had the chance. Hobbit, oh, that is so sneaky. Puts on his Precious and takes it off at the right time because he was undetected in mid to find 2 kills. Shiro gets Perfecto back, and it's a 4-on-2, excuse me. But yeah, I think if you come from the upper bracket, Navi knew what they were playing for yesterday, and I think an advantage is fair for Gambit in this case, so you won't find fault here or blame to be thrown from my side of things. Navi have to do it the hard way for a reason, as NAVI gets 1 kill and Shiro finds the other, and it's 2-0 in the grand finals already as Ancient is won out by Gambit.
Yeah, that's a nice clean win for Gambit, and it looked easy. I mean, losing both pistols, winning both second rounds, but they didn't really have too much trouble once the guns were out. Great job from them rotating around the map on both sides. They were always in position on the CT side and always found the right bomb site on the T side. The Lurks especially powerful on Ancient. That's a good opening map of this grand final for Gambit.
Yeah, very good opening map, I have to say. And again, 2-0, despite that it's opening map. We just touched on that. It is going to be Dust 2 next. Mirage and Inferno looking very distant at this point in time, Mr. James Banks.